Your alarm goes off, you realize what time it is, you jump out of bed in a panic, you gather your thoughts and realize, hold on a second, I'm on holiday. Your mind starts to relax. After a while, you start to reminisce. You reflect on your journey and your current situation, where you've come from, where you're at, and where you're headed. Time to restore some much-needed balance to your life. There's been plenty of work, a questionable amount of rest, but where's the play, you say to yourself. We live in an era where most of our interactions come from the use of our phones. We can get instant gratification from constantly scrolling through our handheld devices. It is a lot easier to carry on as you are, instead of making the necessary changes it will take to change your situation. However, if you are genuinely unhappy in your current situation, it could be your spirit telling you it's time for a change. Your environment can have a great impact on your outlook on life, either in a negative or positive way. A very wise man once said that iron sharpens iron. The more challenging your environment, the more you will need to do in order to assess, adapt, and overcome it. And during this process, you will develop the belief, determination, and confidence it took to overcome your environmental obstacles. Many of us have reached a point in life where we want to change, but then comes the biggest obstacle you will face: how to adapt to the new you. It is very easy to fall back into old habits. If you approach this in the wrong way, you need to pace yourself. Add one thing new that you are most comfortable with and use that as your starting point. Be mindful that there is a part of us that is hardwired to not go against the grain and stick with the path of least resistance, and just be grateful for the things we do have in life, as opposed to the things we don't. This mentality, however, is called survival mode. It manifests when we find ourselves in a situation where we don't have the necessary tools to overcome our environment, and we convince ourselves it is better to just stay in our comfort zones. Its strengths lie in that you will make simple choices in life with not many complications. All your decisions will be mostly black and white, and you will be seen to others as being quite stoic in the way you handle matters. However, the weaknesses are an inability to grow, a low level of self-esteem, a lack of compassion, and frustration and anger when things become complicated. Monitor yourself and stay aware of your emotional state. Try and pace yourself. There are 3 analogies I like to use for the different stages of progression. The first is for the survival stage of life. Think of a seed when it is first planted. Think of what it takes to make it germinate. A good balance of sunlight, rain, fertile soil, and most importantly, time. You have to learn to be patient and believe in the process. The second is for the striving stage of life. Think of your mind as a fortress, built with the finest materials. Visualize each day as another brick used in the building of this new fortress. This will help you take the necessary amount of time to adapt to the changes that you're going through, and also prevent you from becoming overwhelmed with the changes, as well as the fear of stepping outside of your comfort zone. As you progress, think of your knowledge and wisdom as protection from the elements, as well as would-be infiltrators of your fortress. The third is for the thriving stage of life. Think of a farmer who cares for a village. Now that you are a productive member of society, people are dependent upon your leadership. How well do you manage your resources? In times of plenty, do you stock up and make sure you have enough to sustain through an unusually harsh winter? The villagers are depending upon your decision-making and leadership. It all comes down to your purpose. The most unfulfilling and frustrating way to live your life is living outside of your purpose. Not everybody is destined to look over a village. In fact, the majority of us are born to be villagers, tradesmen who carve weapons and tools, expert fishermen, people who have a natural ability to track prey. These people serve a purpose and are still an integral part of the village. Start to take more notice of your likes and dislikes, as well as your strengths and weaknesses. Instead of repeating the same toxic routine with your phone, limit your phone usage to certain parts of the day that don't restrict you from other tasks you need to get done. Having structure is monumentally important. Structure your day in a way where there is time set aside for work, leisure, rest, peace, exercise, eating, and so on. Good luck on your journey. If you find this helpful, let us know in the comments. And subscribe for more of this type of content.